Okay, it ends with Manchester United 1, Wolverhampton nil. I've not done a match reaction in forever, so I'm just gonna do this very quickly because I feel quite sick. Yo, nerve wracking, nerve wracking. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are good. By the way, yeah, I'm feeling quite. I'm not really feeling well. I thought I was gonna go to St. Francis or maybe somewhere this year, but I think I'm just gonna take it easy this New Year's Eve. But yeah, I just want to react quickly to this United game. Um, I thought that was really nerve wracking at the end. I'm just glad that I got the 3 points. I was watching it with my cousin and he was telling me, no, you'd win. And I told him, you clearly don't know the Premier League, mate. You cannot say that a game is done until the whistle is blown. I've seen teams drawn games. I've seen Man City win a title in 5 minutes. I've seen a team, draw games in like 2 minutes by scoring two goals and they were 2-0 down, you know, and that's what this league is all about. I'm just glad we got out of there. It could have been 1-1 at the end, but besides that, that was typical Manchester United. I mean, it was really poor. I thought we were really poor in keeping the ball today, as always. I thought we really struggled in the midfield. I thought Casemiro was the only one that was doing defensive work. I think if Casemiro is not doing any defensive work, I think we are in trouble because Ericsson and Bruno just do not seem to put in a tackle, and it left us exposed a lot throughout the game. I thought it was really a 50-50 game. I thought that if we don't have some sort of, you know, defensive midfielder like Casemiro, I mean, he's brilliant. He's been brilliant for us ever since we've come. But I think if we have him, or I think if we don't have him in there, I think we're going to be losing games because that was a very, very, very tedious game. And it was physical today at the same time. So it needed some bit of physicality, maybe a McTominay, maybe a Fred. I mean, Fred came on in the second half, but I thought it was really, 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 really sloppy in terms of keeping possession. But it needed physicality. I just thought that there was no ways we're gonna beat Wolves 1 or 2, 3-0 because that game was very, very, very physical. And I've gotta say, should have been 2-0 because Rashford he scored the second goal, but I saw it was a handball. A lot of people are disagreeing with it. I remember there was a handball that was not awarded or not given because it was in the mid. It was against us last year in the FA Cup against Middlesbrough. The guy literally controls it with his hand, and they still gave the goal. So they have a fair point there. But I really saw it went from Rashford's hand to his thigh in the goal. But look, we won the game 1-0. New Year's 3 points. I think we're fourth at the league right now, but we're probably gonna drop later on tonight because obviously Arsenal are gonna play Man City. Other teams are gonna play later on tonight. But I thought that was really, 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 really scrappy. I thought we really struggled to keep possession of the ball. I thought that we really need. And can I just say that there was a comment that I saw on Twitter, and I think I said this a week ago to someone where you see the problem with Man United is that we bring on players. Our first team is decent. I'm not gonna say it's good. Our first team's decent, but then when we bring on our bench, we just collapse. Or the quality we are a totally different team. And that just comes to spending copious amounts of money in the transfer window. People are just like, oh, Dons, United have spent 200 million. You spent this amount of money, and people just don't seem to understand that it's not really about the spend. It's not the amount of money we spend. It's about what we buy. We buy what our manager doesn't want most of the time. They say that, no, but you spent on this player. Well, we've spent loads of money in the last 10 years and look what we've won for it. Fuck all. So what's your point? Oh, don't. My point is we spent a lot of money. Yeah, I know we've spent a lot of money. But if I'm investing, surely I should see something coming back from it. Like, i.e., title challenges. I'm not saying we should win every single year, but surely we should at least not have a stat like not winning a trophy in 6 years. We don't want a trophy since 2017. So every time our first team is playing and then we make substitutions, we are just a different team. Like, our bench, in my opinion, is shocking. It's absolutely shocking. That's why people just don't seem to understand why I was frustrated why games were cancelled when the Queen passed away. You know, you understand that, look, it's in the UK, it's gonna happen, but I'm telling you right now, this backlog of fixtures and stuff, we're gonna have a lot of injury problems and stuff. You're gonna see, and the thing for me is our squad is okay. It's not good, but our bench is shit. That's my problem. Because if Rashford or if Anthony get injured, we're playing Quedines. That's what's gonna happen, and that will happen in February, March. I can tell you that right now, and not only to United, to Liverpool, to Chelsea, to whoever, because let me just stick to speaking about United today because this is a match reaction. But like, that's one thing that I saw on Twitter where someone noticed that, and I said this, like I said before, we bring players on, and then all of a sudden we're just a different team. We just cannot. We don't have players that suit the style of football that Ten Hag wants to play. Which I'm not surprised because I mean he's only been here for like 5-6 months, so I'm not expecting a huge change. But it does show you that if I'm spending a lot of money, if I'm spending more than people who actually win things, but then yet we can't have a squad where if you take one player out that squad, we are a different team. Like we shouldn't have that. There shouldn't be a noticeable difference if I take Luke Shaw. I mean, we're playing Luke Shaw as a centre back. That just shows that Maguire has no future at United, in my opinion. Because if Maguire is playing, we are a totally different team, and that's the thing. Like we cannot win things if we're just bringing on substitutions, and then we are a totally different team. Not that it mattered today, because really today it was a physical game and we won. But like that's what I've noticed over the last few games, even before the World Cup. We make substitutions and then we just drop off. But look, we won. That's all I'm gonna say is that look, we got the 3 points. At least I'm not the only one who noticed this. But anyway, people just don't seem to look at our squad like that. It's not only our players. You know, people just get blinded by the, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. They just get blinded by the price tag. Anthony, oh, you spend money on Anthony. Casemiro, oh, Varane, oh, this. You know, it's like, guys. If I tell you to go buy me lasagna so that I can make a flipping lasagna tonight, don't buy me a loaf of bread and burger patties or burger buns, sorry. Yeah, but I spent money on food. Yeah, but you didn't get me what I want.